I hate scalping when it comes to consoles, and I don't think that is at all a controversial opinion. I think most people would agree that scalping is just awful. It is a net negative on the entire gaming community. It benefits nobody but the scalpers themselves. Obviously, scalping, I'm sure you know, it's just when you mass buy one product that there is a shorter supply of, so that people cannot buy it legitimately, and then they have to buy it from you at a higher price. Hence, you profit from being a scummy person, and other legitimate, honest people get less money in their wallet. Now, scalping has very much been a problem in the past. We saw it very much in 2020 with the Xbox Series and the PS5, but what I didn't know is that Nintendo has dealt with this quite a bit in the past. Now, with the story that I'm going to be talking about, I have seen people say that they did actually experience this when the Switch launched. So there's an IGN article I found that said, quote, "When the Nintendo Switch launched back in March 2017, it suffered from a constrained supply, boosting scalpers who sold the console at inflated prices." So yes, essentially they just did not have enough consoles to meet the demand, hence the scalping really took off. Now today, the Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa made a statement to the press. Now this is his first statement since the Switch 2 has been officially announced, and he actually addressed this. He mentioned the anti-scalping efforts that they are undergoing, thankfully, for the Switch 2, and basically it is broken down into two main bullet points that they are partaking in to prevent this from happening in 2025. Weird to say that, but yeah, this year when the Switch 2 launches. And they really kind of go hand in hand, but essentially the first thing is that they are going to ensure there is enough supply to meet the demand. I think that's probably the obvious one here. And then the second one is that they said they are going to learn from past experiences. Obviously, that involves learning from what they had going on in 2017 with the shortage of Nintendo Switch consoles at the time. Now, unfortunately, I did not get the full transcript. It's kind of weird because apparently it is out there, but on the page that it's linked to, there is a paywall, which is kind of bizarre, since to my knowledge, this was just like a public statement. Can't find any YouTube video or anything, but regardless, Video Games Chronicle, the website, they came in clutch and they gave some statements. Now, they pointed out that there was an earlier report from the same website that has that paywall that the Switch 2 was actually going to come out later last year, but, quote, priority was given to ensure the initial inventory of the successor console and a lineup of software titles at the time of its launch. And this was all in an attempt to prevent scalping from happening in the first place. So yeah, clearly they could have released the Switch 2 a few months ago, but they said no. Not only do we want more games at launch, but we see the scalping as an issue with kind of the smaller supply we have right now, so we want, you know, a few more months to go by and increase our physical stock of these Switch 2 consoles so that there can be less, if any, scalping and more games at launch. It is very odd. We're definitely in kind of a different time. This might be the first console that has launched that really specifically considers the possible impact of scalping ahead of time and regulates their supply based on that. So it is great to hear that Nintendo is making very good preparations ahead of time to make sure scalping does not happen. My general disgust with scalpers is definitely there, but hopefully I don't have to think about them for too much longer if companies continue to do stuff like this.